अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाजरीन, आप देख रहे हैं प्रोग्राम एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस और मैं हूं आपका होस्ट शकील अहमद। नाजरीन, हमने बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स के अंदर पूरी दुनिया के डिफरेंट रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स के साथ बात की और जाना कि व्हाट इज़ द करंट सिचुएशन विद रिस्पेक्ट टू कोरोना देयर, और बहुत सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव से, स्टूडेंट्स से भी हमने बात की। आज दोबारा से हम बात करेंगे कि स्वीडन के अंदर करंट सिचुएशन क्या है, स्वीडन के अंदर लॉकडाउन ना होने की क्या डिफरेंट वजूहात हैं और वहाँ पे स्टूडेंट को किस तरीके से फैसिलिटेट किया जा रहा है मौजूदा हालात के अंदर। तो आज हमारे साथ स्वीडन से मौजूद हैं स्टीफन हॉगलैंड, जो लीनियस यूनिवर्सिटी स्वीडन के रिप्रेजेंटेटिव हैं, और उनसे बात करेंगे और एक्सप्लोर करेंगे कि स्वीडन के अंदर करंट क्या सिचुएशन है। Stefan, thank you very much for joining us from Sweden, and we are much obliged that you have given us a time. Please let us know about the current situation that's going on there in Sweden.
Sure, thanks for inviting me. Well, in Sweden right now, there is no quarantine, which means that people are allowed to do whatever they prefer. But as the situation has become a bit is that the university as such has closed down and gone for distance learning. So university do distance learning, and also we as university staff, everybody is working from at home. So it's strongly suggested to work from at home if you can.
Stefan, as we can see that the whole world media is criticizing the current situation that's going on there in Sweden regarding not locking down the position with respect to corona there. So how much citizens are satisfied with the decision that not to lock down Sweden in the current situation there?
Citizens is very happy with that decision, and there is no kind of big debate about that. It's very wrong. I mean, obviously in every situation there is always people thinking that it's good or bad, and but I think that people think it's a rather good decision, and it's based on how good the situation can be handled by the healthcare, I would say, because I would guess it's very hard to predict, obviously, and know exactly what the people and the experts working with this say and think, but it's mainly based on what the healthcare situation can handle, and also to make sure that the economic influence does not get too big.
That's great. Stefan, let us know about the safety measures that are being taken by Sweden government there, just to make sure their citizens are quite safe of the situation, alongside to recover on the cases as early as possible.
Well, as I mentioned before, there is a lot of social distancing regulations, but it's not laws, but it's mostly regulated through recommendations. So, for example, the universities, as I said, the campus education and everything is closed down. So now everything is through online education. Yeah. And also when it comes to university staff, we all are working from at home. And it's also recommended to all companies which can do this to work from at home. And also it's not allowed to be more than 50 people on the same place, basically. So social distancing regulations, but so far as it has been in Sweden and in most other countries, most of the deaths for people has been like male over 80 persons. So it's rather safe for being young people, but making sure not to be a carrier or spreading it further for younger people.
Great. Stefan, let us know, is everything open there?
Everything is open in Sweden. There is some limited opening hours, and people are kind of recommended not going shopping and doing too much of these kind of things if you're not in need of it. But it's not regulated and nothing is totally closed.
Great. Stefan, as you're representing Linnaeus University, so let us know about the situation that's going on there in your university. I'm sure you haven't found any corona case yet at your campuses?
Yeah, as the situation in Sweden is also, most of the coronaviruses are in Stockholm, in the capital. So like in Växjö and Kalmar, it's been very few coronavirus cases. And at the university as such, there has been no sign of coronavirus. And that's really good, of course, and that's how we want to keep it. But to ensure, obviously, that the spreading does not really reach the university, social distancing regulation has been taken. And that means that, as I said, everything is online teaching, university staff is working from at home, and students are suggested to stay at home as much as possible.
Stefan, let us know, as you have mentioned, the university has moved back to the online learning for the students. So how much students are happy with this system to learn online, please?
Sure. I mean, and I would say that also when it comes to online teaching and film and these kind of things, Sweden was rather leading in this way of teaching already. So it's obviously it has been a big increase for the systems where we do this kind of online teaching, but I don't think it was that big adjustment compared to maybe a lot of other countries where, because like Wi-Fi is well built everywhere, you have good Wi-Fi in most university buildings and also in the accommodations around on campus. So it's easy and accessible for students to still be part of their education through that.
Okay, good. So, Stefan, let us know about the different facilities that are being provided by university for international students there at your campus. I'm talking specifically about the students who are already enrolled there and have not moved back to their respective countries.
It's so few cases in a city as Växjö and Kalmar so far. So there is no big strategies for that kind of cases for the university singly. I mean, the society as such, there is a lot of things that has been undertaken, but the university as such does not really have like a policy or a demand of doing certain things. It's more of the society taking responsibility if there would show up corona cases. But as a university, obviously, our biggest task and is to communicate what needs to be undertaken and what needs to be done. So I would say that they try to implement new recommendations regarding not living too close to each other and
Stefan, as the student has taken admission for coming September intake and they are waiting to apply for their visas to go to Sweden at the moment, so how much you're confident that the classes for September will definitely get commenced in person on campuses there?
The semester in September will 100% sure be given and the programs will start, because admitted students, we're obliged to give this education when we have admitted students. The thing that might happen, obviously, for the autumn also would be that it becomes a distance learning program or programs also, or at least flexible. So these kind of discussions is obviously going on right now. How will the autumn look like? Will we offer distance learning? Will it be optional? So within rather short, depending on how the society in general evolves and the situation around corona, these kind of decisions will be taken.
Stefan, elaborate for our student, if somebody don't want to go to Sweden for coming September intake but has paid the fee of university already, so is this fee refunded 100% to the students who don't want to proceed ahead for this coming September 2020 intake?
We have an administration fee of 5,000 Swedish crowns, and that is still gonna be charged no matter if something changes. I know that there are some discussions regarding whether this should be waived or not. For now, it's not waived. And if there will be any changes regarding this, I mean, I understand that it's a huge change if something becomes distance learning. but it's going to just be partly. But I mean, if there will be a change regarding waiving it, we will announce it to all students. But right now, no.
Alongside, tell us about the deferment. If somebody don't want to continue the coming September 2020 intake, so are chances to defer the admission for next coming intake as well?
Not generally, just based on the corona situation, but we do an individual assessment whenever somebody demands this or asks for this. So it's possible to ask for it, but generally not just based on corona.
Now, moving back to the prospective students, as a lot of different Pakistani students are really interested to study at Linnaeus University, Sweden. So let us know about the different courses they can opt for the coming intake or the future intakes they wish to study there in Sweden, please.
Well, we are a rather broad university, so we offer a little bit of everything. I would say we have 50 different programs, 40 master programs, and approximately 10 bachelor programs. Bachelor level, you can find like computer science, business, design, mathematics. When it comes to master level, as I said, we have a little bit of everything. Everything from mechanical engineering, computer science, business administration, social science, health science, information systems.
Stefan, please elaborate a bit about the different courses fee in overall as well. I'll not be digging up the course wise fee, but I'll be asking an overall fee for undergraduate and postgraduate programs there at Sweden, Linnaeus University, Sweden.
Well, for undergraduate or master, it's the same. It's dependent on what subject you want to study. But for like business and social science, you generally pay like 9,000 euros for 1 year of studies. When it comes to engineering, technology, natural sciences, you generally pay around 14,000 euro for 1 year of studies. Science, technology, engineering, natural sciences, then you would pay approximately 13,000 euro for 1 year of studies in Sweden at Linnaeus University. When it comes to design, you pay approximately like 26,000 euros for 1 year of studies.
Great. Stefan, alongside, let us know about the eligibility criteria to go for undergraduate programs and the postgraduate programs. In overall, let us know about a bit regarding eligibility criteria for the student as well.
For undergraduate studies, the main demand is that you have finished your senior secondary school certificate. And has a pass result. That's just meeting the entry requirements. Beside that, you also need to prove your level of English, and it should be what we would say in Sweden, English 6, and equivalent to that is, for example, IELTS 6.5, TOEFL 90 from the internet-based.
As we discussed about the eligibility criteria, so let us know about the English proficiency. Is this a mandatory part to apply for Linnaeus University in Sweden, or an alternative, or the people or the student without English proficiency test, they can apply for the different programs?
For Pakistani students, we waive the English requirement if you have studied within engineering or natural sciences. For business students, social science students, you should support tests. Sometimes we also waive if you have studied at an English-speaking university, and this is also mentioned on the transcript of records. Just the recommendation letter or certificate that states that the medium of instruction has been English is not enough. It needs to be stated on the transcript of records.
Yes, Stefan, important and pertinent questions and of great interest for the students who are already studying in Sweden and the prospective student who wish to study there in Sweden. So let us know about the different scholarship opportunities that are being provided by your university for the enrolled and the prospective students as well.
When it comes to scholarships, we will be giving more scholarship to current students. So for newly admitted students, we will award the same amount, but we are pretty sure that less of the students, newly admitted students, will come And that means that we probably will not give scholarship to as many persons that are on the waiting list for the new students. Instead, we will have this funding to ride further to the students that are in current studies, because we want to take care of the students that are already in ongoing studies first hand.
Great. Stefan, how would you elaborate that Sweden as a study destination for international students, please?
Kalmar and Växjö are two very small cities, so we have two different campuses, you could say. Växjö, where you have the university campus on the just a little bit outside the main city, close still to the main city, but it's just on the city border, which means that it's surrounded by nature. So you have the university buildings and 5,000 students living on campus. And then if you walk south to the university, you will have a big forest just surrounding everything. So it's beautiful sights, and you can walk in the nature. And obviously that's what's happening now in this Corona situation. A lot of people, they take a daily walk out in the nature and enjoy the nature instead, when you cannot do other things.
And Stefan,
the same when it comes to Kalmar, where we just is situated just next to the sea, and that means that you have also a lovely nature with the old medieval city and everything to walk around in.
Stefan, keeping in view the situation, what do you expect about the visa ratio? Is this going to be considerable, or you can say the encouraging for student, or will it be affected in coming times?
Most thing that will influence, as I said before, is about the interviews. What decision the Board of Migration decides that they will take when they cannot conduct interviews. So either it could mean that they do deny everybody, which we obviously hope that that's not going to be the result, or that they will find another practice, which means that they will look at study intention, etc., through other ways and not interviews, and then still be awarding residence permit. I think that this road will be the one that they choose, but so far we are waiting for a decision regarding this.
Stefan, in the end, do you have any message for Pakistani students, please?
Well, I would like to say to everybody that I hope and wish that the situation for the autumn will not be so heavily influenced. As for now, we think that things will be partly back to normal, and I think that the main thing to keep in mind is to keep an eye on the Board of Migration, what kind of decision and practice they will undertake in order to link to the Corona situation. From our side, we're looking forward to receive students from the autumn, and we think that either that will be online or flexible or on campus. So the programs will be given, and we would love to have you as students.
जी तो नाज़रीन, आपने प्रोग्राम देखा। स्टीफन ने हमें स्वीडन के बारे में मुख्तलिफ़ पहलुओं से आगाह किया अबाउट सिचुएशन, यूनिवर्सिटी एडमिशन्स, और ख़ास तौर पे जो अभी स्टूडेंट्स के दाखिले वगैरह जिनके हुए हैं और वो स्वीडन के अंदर अगर अपना प्रोग्राम डिफ़र करना चाहते हैं या कंटिन्यू करना चाहते हैं, इसके बारे में भी कंप्लीट गाइड किया। कल हाजिर होंगे एक नए एक्सपर्ट एडवाइस के साथ, तब तक के लिए इजाज़त दीजिए। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।